morning, Jaylin. Obviously, we're familiar with this place, especially with your brother being here. But when you went into the process of figuring out a transfer destination, what was it about FSU that set them apart from other candidates?
What about FSU? What set them apart from other candidates? I just say they had a great season last season. But I just felt like it was the best fit for me, and I also wanted to play here with my brother. And, just what Coach Marvell got going on here, Coach Jack, man, it's a great, tremendous running back on that. It's out there. Like Florida State is the place to be in. I just love this place.
Next will be Essen, second row on your left.
Yeah, what did it sound like? Where your role's gonna be over here? Are you gonna be, running back, receiver, chief return punt return? What were you sold on? What your role's gonna be here?
My role's gonna be here. It's probably gonna be running back. I'm in the running back room right now, so I also gonna be a huge contributor to special teams. That's what I'm looking forward to. But just giving me an opportunity, I'm gonna take advantage of the opportunity, and it is what it is.
Okay, we'll come to Ira, second row on your right.
Were you watching Florida State? I know you're busy with your own season, but were you able to watch a lot of Florida State games, especially with Jakai playing? And what was your thoughts about like the offense? And did you see it as something you could play in?
Of course, I see Florida State every week. See how they were playing against different teams. A great season last season, but I know I always watch my brother, see what he's doing on the field, but I also evaluate how I could be using the offense and just things like that.
All right, next will be third row on your left for Jordan.
Jaylin, you mentioned it a little bit already, but can you talk about what it means to you to play with your brother and how that also influenced your decision?
It means a lot to play with my brother, man. He was my high school quarterback. We had a lot of chemistry together, and like I just love the way that he just always give me a call. He wished that I was here playing with him, and now it's able to happen. But I always wanted to play with my brother. That was my dream coming out of high school, was to play with my brother and see how the duo would be here.
All right, we'll go back to front row on your left for Brendan.
When you entered the transfer portal and you were able to explore state, became a reality, potentially play with Jakai, I guess what were the conversations you guys had, and what did he tell you about his time at Florida State, the way the offense runs? Just what were conversations you had with Jakai about Florida State?
The conversation with my brother was like, you gotta come here and put the work in. He told me about how tour duty is. Like, man, it's really a mental thing. Like, every little thing here matters, and I always wanted to be a part of something like that, like a great program. And it is what Florida State is. Like, it takes a lot out of you, and like you really gotta have a strong mental to be here. Every little thing just matters.
All right, front row on your right for Kurt.
Hey Jaylin, you talked about special teams and your expected ability to contribute there. Obviously, that's something this staff puts a lot of time into, pays a lot of attention to. I guess, how many different ways do you think you can be impactful in special teams? And I guess, how nice is it to see a staff that cares about it as much as you seem to?
Special teams always been a big factor. Just punt return, kick out return, that'll be a huge factor to just giving me the ball in space. But other than that, like I just don't feel like I'm a special team guy. I feel like I can get the ball in any type of way. I don't care. Like you said, I'm a small back. Like I'm gonna show you, like I'm on a bigger back level. So.
All right, next will be Matt, second row to your right.
FSU had recruited you previously out of high school. How much did those relationships play into you coming here?
Those relationships played heavy. I had a great relationship with Coach Marvell and Coach Jack. It always stayed the same, and like he always just told me to be ready. So the opportunity came, and I was ready.
All right, we'll stay there for Ira.
Along with your brother, there's a ton of New Orleans and Louisiana guys on this team and on this coaching staff. How nice is that? And how many of these guys did you know before?
I know a lot of them. I know Greedy. I know Fat. Man, it's a lot of guys on the team, and it just feels great to have some of those guys here. And it's basically like Louisiana was here, so we just building the culture and bringing it here and just making the team better.
We'll go back to Essen, second row on your left.
I know it's very early and you guys haven't taken the fields of practice, but how do you think the running back room complements each other right now?
Man, the running back room compliments each other like each and every day. Like we understand it's a brotherhood, but at the end of the day, it's gonna come to a competition. But man, we all got love for each other, man. And, like, we got guys in there. We got Roydell, we got LT, we got Kaiser, man. We got guys that can go.
Go back to Brendan, front row on your left.
From a skill set perspective, both at running back, returner, wherever you're gonna line up, I guess what are things that you feel like you bring to the table that make you unique? And then secondly, like what are some skills that you're trying to build on, work on during your time here?
Things that make me unique, I think I got great speed, great change of direction, but there's also some things that I need to work on. Like each and every day, I kind of like think I need to work on pass protection. That's kind of a bad side to just being a small back, but I feel like I still got the fight in me to pick up a Mike linebacker, any type of linebacker really. But it just all come with ripping and just getting better at it.
We'll come back to Ira, second row on your right.
On some of these returns, we've watched them on videotapes. What's that feel like, man? And when do you know, like, I'm gone, like, pretty early in the return? Or what's that?
Yeah, I know pretty early in the return when I'm going on. If it's a big hole, just hit it, stay true to the gap, and just speed from there.
Go ahead. Aslan in the back right.
Just being part of a program who has a legitimate chance of winning a national championship, is that a different sort of challenge for you? How exciting is that?
Man, that's very exciting coming from, not to say a bad program, but just coming to a winning program and seeing a program that's on the rise. I feel like this year, man, we got the athletes to go and compete out there with some of the best colleges out there. But it's gonna take a lot out of you just to come and compete every day. Like Coach Norvell always teaches, like you always got to get 1% better each and every day, and like it's always a little thing that matters in life. And he always tell everybody the same thing, like just continue to get better.
Okay, we'll come back to Ira.
I was gonna ask two questions. Are there any running backs that, like, growing up or even now that you look at and say that, like, you identify with, that you have a similar skill set?
Running back, I look at Darren Sproles. I also look at Tyreek Hill. I look at it's tons of running backs out there. Like it's everybody good nowadays.
And then, tour duty can be tough for a lot of guys. You're a guy that obviously could probably run for days, but is it even challenging for a guy like you?
Some days you feel like, man, I gotta go do this again, but it's just football, you know. Wake up, it's just something that you gotta do.
Go back to Aslan.
When you interact with a coach as a recruit, sometimes it can be a little bit different than when they're your coach as an actual player when you enroll. How cool, I guess, is it that Coach Norvell seems to be a pretty consistent guy? The way he recruits you is the way that he actually is when you show up on campus. Man,
look, I just say, like, it's nobody energy compared to Coach Norvell energy. Like, he never gonna change it. You never can tell if he having a bad day, but he always staying positive, and everything he said is true. He just wants you to be you, and it's gonna work out fine.
Jordan.
Jaylin, kind of along those lines, you mentioned you're a big part of the running back room. Can you also talk about your relationship with Coach Jack and how that's going these past couple of months?
My relationship with Coach Jack, it's great, obviously, but he just always tell me, man, like, it's gonna take a lot out of you, and you just gotta come in with your A game. Like he said, like he was on the road, he said he's recruiting guys better than us, so like it just make you just wanna go harder. You feel me? So I just feel like, man, Coach Jack is a great coach. Like he got the proof in the pudding. Like he got running backs in his room that had great numbers, like Trey Benson, Kenneth Gainwell. Like his resume is official. Like it's real.
Anything else? All right, thank you, Jaylin.
Thank you, Jaylin.